Hey there, Consultant Freedom community. Today I'm pulling back the curtain on one of the biggest perks of being an independent consultant: travel. If you've ever wondered what it's really like to travel for work, manage client expectations, and maybe fit in a little fun, you're in the right place. Stay tuned because we're jumping right into ground transportation, flights, accommodations, and everything in between. Let's go. Now, before we jump into the tips, if you're getting value from this video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new here, subscribe to Consultant Freedom for more insights on how to master the art of consulting. Don't forget to drop a comment down below with your best travel hacks too. First up, ground transportation. Back in the day, working as an executive, I had limousines waiting for me when I traveled. No parking hassles, no late taxis, just smooth sailing. Now things are a little different. Ride-sharing apps like Uber and Lyft, total game changers, but they don't always have that limo at the curb feel. And when I get home after a long flight, I'm all about grabbing a quick taxi. Faster, easier, and sometimes just what you need after a long day of travel. What about you? Are you team taxi or rideshare? And don't forget trains. For those trips where driving isn't quite ideal but flying feels like overkill, the train is your best friend. It's quiet, productive, and when you're in places like the UK, apps like Trainline make travel so much easier. Any fellow train lovers out there? Alright, let's talk flights, probably my favorite part of travel. Economy is the usual, especially with smaller companies or government work. But when you're working with larger clients, business or even first class can be on the table. And trust me, for long-haul international flights, there is nothing like a flatbed seat to arrive feeling refreshed. If you book your own flights, always check those frequent flyer miles. They're like little magic tickets for upgrades, and if you're traveling frequently, you know how much those perks can add up. Now let's talk accommodation. Larger companies will often have great deals with hotel chains, but if you're booking for yourself, be mindful of the client's budget. Save where you can, but don't compromise on comfort if it's going to affect your performance. Plus, you often pay up front and invoice later, so choose wisely. Food and beverages, this can add up quick. My tip? Be reasonable. Sure, clients usually cover your meals, but I always make sure to be scrupulous about non-business expenses. Don't invoice for your non-business guests. And professional conferences? If a client sends you, great. If you're paying yourself, remember, expenses can be tax deductible if you're structured like an S corporation. It's one of the many perks of running your own consulting show. Now let's not forget time off. One of the biggest benefits of independent consulting is the flexibility. You don't need to rush back to the office at the crack of dawn after a trip. Want to stay an extra day to explore? Go for it. This is your time, your schedule. So there you have it. Travel as an independent consultant is all about freedom, balance, and responsibility. From saving your clients money to exploring new cities, the power is in your hands. Just remember, be thoughtful about your expenses. Treat your clients' money like your own, and always take time to enjoy the journey. Found these tips useful? Hit that like button and let me know in the comments. What's your favorite travel hack? Also, make sure you subscribe to Consultant Freedom for more tips on mastering your consulting lifestyle. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Until next time, happy travels.